So what are the inner workings of Stellar AI? And Stellar AI is an AI tool that I've made for anybody who does not know. It's an AI platform. So let me just show you right now. So here's the website, and you will notice that it says localhost. So the official Stellar AI website is actually I haven't included the changes that I have here yet. So if we look at this website, this is the official website, right? We go here. So this is how it looks like right now. Right. And this is kind of the chat setup that I didn't really like, because the entire idea of Stellar AI is to help you build projects. It's not to make chats, right? Even though when you chat, it creates a project with the plan document and with a calendar of tasks and action steps. It's still not what exactly I wanted it to be. And maybe people, when they sign up, they get slightly confused by this setup. So instead, I have this over here, a different kind of setup. Don't mind the username. That's just like a random user that I put in. So here there's the projects. If I go over to sentient AI, right? So we have this over here. Now it looks completely different, right? You have a plan over here, right? I already wrote before, but I deleted the chat history. But so there's this kind of plan project. It looks slightly broken right now, but I will fix it a little bit later. And so the idea is that you can chat with the AI and you go through steps, right? Each step of the project, and there's the first step, which is setting a project goal, and then you agree with the AI on a project goal. This part is kind of the idea. You look at the considerations, and the first step is to essentially understand and research about what you're trying to build. Whether it is you're trying to build it something for yourself that's very basic and it's not going to require much research to solve some problem of yours, or to develop an app that you're going to publish on the internet, right? And then try to get users or something like that. And so the idea is to have this tool help you research with it, etc. Okay, step 2 then is planning. It's with this task calendar over here. The idea is that it's supposed to, you're supposed to be able to click see tasks, and then you're supposed to be able to see which tasks you have. I have to complete the back end here, or I have to complete the front end then, and so on, right? And so yeah, that's the idea. When you set that timeline in so that you don't actually drag it on for longer than you need to, you can then go on to the next step, which is actually developing it and going through step by step and using multiple different chats for the purpose of that development. And in these chats, you can have this main thread, right, where you go step by step, through the project goal, planning, development, etc. And then you can have another extra chat to just ask how to centerize a div. In any case, the AI is entirely aware of everything that's happening in the project. So whatever you say here, it's going to know about okay, we're on this step of the project. And then when you go over to a new chat, it's going to understand that. So you could just write so where were we? And then that's the idea, right? That's so you can pick up where you started. And so yeah, you have the settings over here. You can choose a model. You can add a description over here, and you can change it to some model over here. Not many options yet, but that's going to change later. And yeah, so that's the idea. This is just showing which one is clicked. And yeah, and so that's what I'm implementing so far. That's the inner workings. And the idea is to also add notifications where it sends a little desktop notification right on the edge of the screen, just saying okay, you have this task to do, you have to complete the backend by tomorrow or something like that, just to help you to go ahead with it. And yeah, those are the inner workings so far, and I'm very excited to see how I can develop this further to become considerably more useful so that it can become the ultimate app developer tool. And if you could let me know if you think, I don't know about this, or I think you could implement that, that would be very amazing feedback. I'm just itching to get Stellar AI to people's faces and to show them and to get people to try it out and tell me whether they liked it or not, and whether it actually helps them or not. And that would be beautiful, because I think things like GitHub Copilot are absolutely amazing, and I think that you can just use ChatGPT, but it doesn't really feel specific to what you're trying to do. GitHub Copilot to an extent just seems like it's an autocomplete tool, and ChatGPT is you have to it's kind of just more general. It can be used for everything, and it's not an expert in anything. And so that's what Stellar AI aims to be, specifically for building apps within a time frame, building like setting goals and plans and etc. Those are its inner workings. And this is another day of documenting the process of Stellar AI. And if you wonder why it's evolutionary AI, why it's called evolutionary AI, that is because before I had the idea to develop an AI model that improves on its own. And the idea was that the neural network adapts itself on its own, right? I don't know if this idea is going to be stolen by some big company in the future. It might be, but um, like before, for example, I thought of memory points, right? So that you can remember. So like like how now ChatGPT has memory, the feature of memory, where you can speak with the AI and then it just like remembers details about you. That was an idea that I had before, and somehow OpenAI got to it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I had the idea to kind of maybe make it into my own AI model, and then all of a sudden OpenAI announces, "Hey, we have this memory feature." But anyway, so the idea with the evolutionary AI is to have a neural network that adapts on its own. So right now, what we have is that an AI is based on a neural network, but the neural network itself is fixed. There are what's called weights and biases. You might not understand all of this stuff, but just like imagine you can look up how a neural network looks. I maybe get an image somewhere, and that structure, network structure, is fixed. But the weights and biases, which are these numbers, right? You don't have to know like where they are, whatever, how they function, but just like they change, right? They are the ones that change in order to make the model perform better. But the idea was, what if we adapt the neural network to perform better? And yeah, but I'm going to stop speaking there because you probably don't really understand these terms, but and so that was the idea. But yeah, day 9, I believe, is complete.